In this video, I'm going to show you how with a few easy upgrades, you can make your filter much better than on the day you bought it. What's up fishy people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Simon and this is SL30 Aquatics. I'll be demonstrating with my internal Fluval U2 filter, and nothing that I do is destructive, breaks it in any way or voids any warranty. I'm simply going to make everything that it does better at what it's doing. So while I'll be demonstrating on a Fluval U2 filter, the ideas and the concepts of what I'm doing apply to all filters for whatever manufacturer, whatever type of internal or external filter you've got. If you have a specific filter that you would like me to have a go at upgrading, let me know in the comments below. Cut to pre-recorded me. First of all, if you're upgrading a cycled filter from a tank that's got fish in it, don't let it dry out, otherwise you'll crash your cycle. So we're going to start with the biological function, which is the ceramic in the middle of the filter. Filters that you buy from the shop just simply don't come with enough. It's good at what it does, but it's not enough. We're simply going to add more, so there's even more surface area in the filter for the beneficial bacteria to colonise. I could have bought another pack of Fluval biomax, which is the official media, but it's quite expensive, so I just bought some normal ceramic rings off the internet. The bigger ceramic rings are designed for external canister filters or pond filters, so I've had to crush it up into little bits so that it fits into the basket that I've got. And then we just fill the basket, adding the ceramic or biomax or whatever media you've got to the biological middle section. Really jam it in there, rearrange it so you can get as much into the basket as you can. And there you can see the old biomax on the left and the new ceramic on the right that I've added. Making sure that you're dunking it back in the bucket of tank water really often so that it doesn't risk drying out the old media that's already in there. The other reason you need to dunk it in a bucket at this stage is because the crushed ceramic is quite dusty and you need to get rid of all that small fine dust. You can never have too much surface area for beneficial bacteria in the tank. You can see that I've pretty much doubled the amount of filter media in that basket. And with a basket this size for this filter and this tank, it wouldn't even be possible to get close to a ridiculous amount of media for this filter. As long as the case closes and it fits back in the filter, the more you've got, the better. And remembering to keep it wet so that the cycled media doesn't dry out, that bit can go back in the filter. The other parts of your filter that can be upgraded for an easy win are the sponges. This is the mechanical filtration that takes out the bits that have been floating in your tank, like fish poop or rotted plants or uneaten food. In the Fluval U series filters, the sponges come in these cartridges, which is great because it helps the filter fit together more easily. But the bad side is it takes up room inside the filter housing that isn't very useful in terms of filtration. These bits here are the activated carbon pads, and these are something that we'll be changing. So first of all, I took the opportunity to clean them off as they were out of the tank, hence the bucket of fish poop water. Here you can see behind the carbon filter pads were just sponges inside the cartridges. And again with the sponge parts, making sure to keep them wet so that you don't crash the cycle or kill off any of the bacteria. I'll post a video where I specifically talk about activated carbon pads, but the bottom line is they don't last very long and they're only useful in a couple of situations. So we're going to throw them out and replace it with something that can actually do a job. And by throw them out I mean put them away in case you need them later. And we're going to backfill that useful filter space with filter floss. Filter floss is like a super fine sponge, so it will really get the tiniest pieces out of your water. And this does wonders for your water clarity and how your tank looks. Filter floss usually comes in bigger sheets because in bigger filters you can just roll it up and put it straight in. So if you're putting this in a smaller filter, you'll need to cut out the section that you need. I'm just going to cut around the cartridge to figure out how much I need. Once I've got the section of floss that I need, I'm going to rebuild the cartridge and put the floss where the carbon pad was. It's important that you know which way the water flows through your filter and that you put your floss in so that it's already been through all the other sponges first. This is because the coarser sponges will take out the bigger parts, otherwise you'll fill up your floss with massive bits of debris. That means that the floss won't last as long and you'll still have to clean the filter even more regularly. Once the floss has been installed, I put the rest of the cartridge back together. And then I'm just going to repeat the same process for the cartridge that goes on the other side. I actually cut this second piece of filter floss a lot better, and it fitted much better into the cartridge, covering the whole sponge. And there we have both the sponge cartridges upgraded and improved and ready to go back in the filter. Turn your filter back on and you should see the improvements in water clarity that the filter floss is making in just a couple of days. You won't see the improvements made by increasing the biological filtering, but your cycle will be stronger and will be much more effective. So another resource for really good information and demonstrations of upgrading filters is a series called Pimp My Filter by the Pond Guru, and I'll leave a link for his channel down in the description. He's done maybe 55 or 60 different manufacturers and brands, so if you have one of those other filters, then check him out. I'll leave a link for that down in the description below. Hit a thumbs up if you like the video, share it out with anyone that you think might find it useful, and remember to make time every day to enjoy your fish. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.